And it's in Lynchburg, Virginia. And it's New Mexico State at 10-3. And number 24, Liberty, perfect on the season. New Mexico State arrives at 10-3. They've won 8 in a row. Their last conference title, 1978. Hi, everybody. I'm Rich Waltz. Welcome to the Conference USA Championship game. Two-time All-American at Notre Dame, Super Bowl champion with the Packers, College Football Hall of Famer, and all-around good guy, Aaron Taylor is here. Amanda Guerra will join us shortly. Conference USA, conference realignment all over the place, and here's Conference USA with a marquee matchup tonight.
Yeah, the last round of realignment really decimated Conference USA, or so it seemed. Commissioner Judy McLeod did a great job with her team. In comes New Mexico State, in comes Liberty, in comes Jacksonville State. And in just 2 years, here we are. You have 2 of those 3 new attendees playing for a championship game. It's remarkable. And when you figure that Kennesaw State's coming in July of this upcoming year, Delaware coming in 2025, Conference USA's days are the best days are ahead of them.
Yeah, hey, great stories here, right? Jerry Kill reviving New Mexico State. And then Liberty, of course, they are playing for a shot at a new year. Lynchburg, Virginia. Liberty University to the game.
For New Mexico State, Rich, they've got to protect the football. They're -2 on the season in the Week 2 game that they played. Defensively, they've got to use eye control. Liberty runs a lot of misdirection. And for the Flames, they can't fumble away this opportunity. They've had 15 they've lost, and defensively, they have to prevent the explosive plays. That last one cost them a touchdown. Let's see if Liberty, their defense, gave up a touchdown early.
An outstanding kicker, Aaron Bedgood. Let's bring Papa John's back and do some starting lineups here. Caden Salter has been a headache for the rest of Conference USA.
And what's interesting, Rich, is he didn't win the starting job, until about a week and a half before their opener. It was quite the competition. He needed to work on his turnovers and mental errors, the missed assignments, and he did that. And it's the way that he graduated from his football and that allowed him to get the start, and a big reason why Liberty's been so successful this season.
This is one of the most fun and complicated offenses. And the first carry gets about a yard. This offense there's guys flying all over the place, and C.J. Daniels, explosive receiver.
Yeah, he's extremely explosive. 7th in the FBS in yards. Last year, after leading the team back in 2021 with 4 touchdowns.
Salter on the money, and a catch by Daniels.
They like to find him. He was a huge factor in the first game. Huge game against Jacksonville State, had a sack, and tied for the lead in the team with 9 tackles. I think this is the matchup against a very talented Liberty unit up front.
They'll run some triple option. They'll throw the quick game in like they're the catch, and that's a first down.
Sibley had missed 3 games prior to last week. Bring that football down, but somehow is able to corral it and move the chains. And you mentioned that tempo, Rich. Liberty tries to keep defense during the speed of their operation.
Incredibly hard offense to prepare for. To the 44-yard line. They run the ball, and they run it better than anybody in the country. 295 yards per game and 765 yards.
And in fact, 2019 when Georgia Tech did it.
And on second down, Julian down.
Watching Liberty, both their receivers, their tight ends, their offense. The contact power is phase one. The sustain is the middle part. That's phase two. But the coveted part is that phase three, and that's the finish. And Liberty looks like they're trying to
over 1,200 yards. Play action and a shot, a diving catch there. Daniels, outstanding. And Liberty is on the move.
It was raining before the game. We saw the weather report, but this is what they do so well in that RPO game. The offensive line's firing off the football. It sucks the linebackers up and creates that window. The ball wasn't on target, but Daniels made Salter right.
They have a deep game. They have a short game. They have the RPO. Salter, lots of time, fires. That's Bedgood with the catch. And up the sideline he goes, out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Another first down.
New Mexico State doesn't blitz very often, and here the offensive line just does a great job. Look at that protection up front. Salter's back there eating sandwiches and cheesy grits, and finally finds Bedgood out on the outside edge for an easy completion and first down.
I think Jamie Chadwell is trying to get the officials' attention. I thought he's looking maybe at targeting, but there's no review. And this is Cooley, and Cooley is upended. Did he get in? Yes, touchdown. Late call. Certainly that'll be reviewed, but that's 21 yards, and that's quite an answer.
It's a very good answer. I want to take another look at this because I thought he went out of bounds before that ball crossed the plane. Now his hand touches the pylon, and that may be what the officials were taking a look at, but the ball has to cross the plane, and I don't think it does that here.
No, it clearly doesn't in that shot, and it's hand on pylon. This should be reviewed.
Nice job by Reggie Ackles to unhinge there and get over and to give his defense a chance to get a stop here.
Touchdown is under further review.
But man, I was down on the field before the game, Rich, and taking a look at Quentin Cooley, man. He is thick. He's like a Wendy's milkshake. This dude is yoked and built and not interested in all in your arm tackles.
I like that. J.J. Derville with the tackle for New Mexico State. Man, both offenses have come out and just look really sharp.
This is kind of the way their first game went, except Liberty fumbled on that first drive, and New Mexico was able to take advantage of that. But to your point, a really nice job of moving down the field using a nice blend of rushing and passing. And you see there that he's out of bounds and the ball has not broken the plane. You get the goal line extension possibly, but in any angle, any way we look at this, that ball did not break the plane, and I don't believe that this is going to be a touchdown. I believe it gets overturned, and it's going to be about 6 inches away from the goal line for Liberty to punch this one in.
And the variety here, both teams running it well. Both quarterbacks were perfect on their opening drive. Pavia was 3 of 3 for New Mexico State. Salter was 4 of 4 on this drive for Liberty.
Salter not nearly as accurate as Pavia early. He was successful, but you got to give this receiving corps a lot of credit. There were some great catches here for the Flames on this first possession.
Ron Hudson, our referee.
After review, the ball carrier touched the pylon, which means he's therefore out of bounds. The ball was at the half-yard line. It'll be first down Liberty at the half-yard line.
If he had the ball in that right hand, then he's gold.
Then it's confetti and the band's playing and everybody's happy. But this is what you love for. This is an offensive line, Rich, and again, we talked about it. It's a well-coached unit by Bill Durkin. It's the biggest O-line that Jamie Chadwell's ever had. And Liberty's been as successful as they've been this season, largely because of the guys up front.
Cooley. This time he's in. Touchdown. And Liberty, with an extra point, will tie it up. There is a flag. Again, this is the second time this year these two teams have met on this field. Liberty beat New Mexico State in week 2.
Yeah, neither team in that game.
There is no foul for 12 players on the defense. Touchdown.
In that game, red zone wasn't very good for either offense, both only going 50% for touchdowns. Liberty's pretty dang good, second in the Conference USA at 75% touchdowns when they get inside the 20, and this is a great start for this offense that wants to do more of this all evening.
Something to remember tonight, New Mexico State has blocked 2 kicks, and they almost got that one, and it sneaks around the upright, and it is good. Great start. Conference USA Championship game. 2 possessions, 2 long touchdown drives.
The game, but let me tell you, none of that phases him. He told us this week flat out to write him off at 62 years old is ridiculous. He said, find me a staff and a coach that has taken one of the worst programs to now 10 wins, a championship game, a bowl game. I don't know who's done that.
Oh, look, it's an amazing, amazing turnaround. And a fair catch called for and made at the 7. You're exactly right about that, Amanda. Last drive, New Mexico State, AT.
Well, it was a perfect balance of what you want: run, play action, passing, getting things done. It was just nicely balanced. They felt in rhythm. They felt controlled. They're blocking people. And I think the eye candy and dressing caught Liberty a little bit off guard, but this is typically what happens. These offenses have early success against each other, and then defenses start to make adjustments, like Liberty being in a 3-down look here.
25-yard line, second touch for Diego Pavia. By eye candy, you're talking about formations, a lot like Missouri or a Boise State. A lot of formations, and they run a lot of those plays from those formations. And that's Pavia scrambling to the 30. Bazel made the stop for Liberty.
Yeah, he was trying to hit Jonathan Brady down the field, but he was covered. But again, with Liberty only bringing 3, the middle of that defense just got vacated, and Pavia took the free 5 yards.
Bazel plays the joker position, and that's the name they have for the rush end. And he's a good one. Star Thomas in the backfield. 2nd and 5. Pavia off play action. Now this is the playbook they use. Tim Beck, the offensive coordinator, said we like to run some stuff to get him hit early, because it seems like he plays better when that happens.
Well, I wish you had hit me at the top of the show during the open so that I could relax a little bit. But that's what happens, Rich, when you get jacked up and you're a player like Pavia, who's a state wrestling champ. Like, there's nowhere to hide on a wrestling mat, so he's not afraid of the competition. But sometimes guys get so amped up, they need the contact to kind of knock the cobwebs off and get them to focus.
This is Thomas, and he's across the 40, out to the 42. Tyron Dupree made the stop. Sunday morning, 8 Eastern. Get up, get ready. Latest highlights and analysis, all leading up to NFL Week 13 action. That other pregame show on CBS Sports Network.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a different front that Liberty's playing than we've seen them generally do. 3-down linemen. They're bringing Joseph Carter up now, the linebacker, on the line of scrimmage, but it's an odd look which completely changes the blocking responsibilities for the offensive line.
And Thomas across midfield, gaping hole, offensive line clearing the way. Brandon Bishop made the stop.
Man, keep your eye on Shiaz Pete, the left tackle here. Just does a nice job of covering his guy up and driving him and opening up that hole. That's the sustain, Rich. You just saw it there. The defender was trying to go the different way, but he didn't let him go, and that allowed the back to cut upside for the big gain.
They average over 200 yards a game on the ground, 205, 217 through the air.
Yeah, this is a run-based, fundamentally sound offense, boy.
And Thomas, another hole, and another first down. That's 11 more yards.
What New Mexico State's doing a nice job of, Rich, is running downhill. They're getting a full steam, and then when people get there, those arm tackles can't work because Star Thomas is already at full speed.
Tim Beck, the offensive coordinator, so you're going to see all these running backs, and they're all different. Jamani Jones, Star Thomas, and of course Monte Watkins. We saw him on the last drive. This is Thomas in the backfield. And Tiavasue, the giant tight end, is in the backfield with him. And he'll lead the way, and a great play there. Thomas is upended. And Liberty, C.J. Bazell, the Joker.
Where's Bazell? He's right here. Keep an eye on him. This is how you defeat a block. This is a great matchup. They let him go, and he's able to split it. And then you get some help coming off that outside edge by Quentin Reese, the strong safety, and that's how you corral the run game. And now New Mexico State's behind the sticks. A great opportunity for Liberty here with first down success.
Thomas in motion. Pavia looks his way, then goes deep for Brady, and it's defense. Preston Hodge on the coverage.
Man, he was in his hip pocket. Hodge is saying, not on my watch, man. Good protection up front, a little bit of pressure in his face, but Hodge is playing that ball almost like an offensive receiver right there, trying to go up and make a play and get an interception. Couldn't come down with it, but now this is a situation, third long, that Liberty covets.
Pavia pumps, scrambles, flicks, caught there. Hudson up the sideline. And a big play created by Pavia on the run.
That was such good patience by Pavia. I thought he made a mistake. I thought if he was going to run, he should have took off right there, but he doesn't. I was like, no, no, no. But he had the patience, and Trent Hudson, who leads this team in touchdowns, made him right. That's just backyard football right there.
And that's exactly what Liberty was afraid of. Skylar McGee told us, look, this dude outside, when he's on the move, he's a much more dangerous thrower.
That's that confidence and belief, man. You go back to that Auburn game. That wasn't a fluke.
Thomas. And he's down to the 13. That's a gain of about 4. Verizon red zone. The touchdown average nationally when you get in the red zone is 62%. And New Mexico State is at 56%. Tim Beck, longtime co-coach with Jerry Kill, was coached with him in a variety of places. They were both at TCU, kind of as analysts, and Jerry Kill actually took over as the interim coach back in 2021. And they arrived here last year